This is VOA News. I'm Steve Karish. In an extremely rare announcement following criticism by Russian military correspondents, the Russian Defense Ministry acknowledged that 63 servicemen were killed in an attack by Ukraine. It was the biggest loss of life reported by Moscow since President Vladimir Putin ordered Russian troops to invade Ukraine. Sarah Charlton has more.
Eyewitness video purports to show the smouldering remains of a building that housed Russian recruits in Ukraine's occupied Donetsk province. On Monday, Russia acknowledged that scores of its troops were killed in one of the Ukraine war's deadliest strikes. Rockets reportedly hit the recruits in Makivka. The strike prompted Russian nationalist bloggers to call for commanders to be punished for housing soldiers alongside an ammunition dump. Russia's defense ministry said 63 service personnel were killed. Ukraine's defense ministry had said as many as 400 had died. In recent weeks, the front lines have been largely static, with thousands of soldiers dying in intense warfare.
That's Sarah Charlton reporting. The faithful are lining up at St. Peter's Basilica Monday to pay their respects to Pope Benedict, where he's lying in state. Olga Karaman is a mourner from Ukraine. When asked if this was an emotional experience, she said that it was.
Definitely, yes. I had a thought, the biggest wish that I would like for my family now is the war to stop.
The 95-year-old retired pontiff died Saturday morning. Benedict was the first pope in 600 years to step down from his Vatican post. From Washington, you're listening to VOA News. Israeli forces have killed 2 Palestinians during a confrontation that erupted when troops entered a Palestinian village in the occupied West Bank. Karen Chamas reports.
Thousands gathered in Jenin to mourn the 2 men killed earlier in the day. The violence was sparked in nearby Kafr Dan village, where Israel's military demolished the family homes of 2 Palestinian men. Israel accused the men of having killed an Israeli soldier in a firefight in September. Israel's military said troops came under heavy fire and fired back at the shooters. It was the latest bloodshed in the region that has seen Israeli-Palestinian tensions surge for months. I'm Karen Chamas.
Australia says a lack of detailed data from authorities in Beijing has prompted a move to mandate COVID-19 testing for people arriving from China. With infections rising sharply in China, Australia is joining other countries in ordering pre-departure virus screening. Phil Mercer has the story.
From Thursday, January 5, passengers leaving China will have to undertake a COVID-19 test within 48 hours of travel to Australia and show evidence of a negative result. Officials in Canberra said the measure is in response to the significant wave of infections in China and the potential for emerging viral variants in that country. Federal Health Minister Mark Butler told local media Monday that he was concerned about an absence of comprehensive information about the COVID-19 situation in China, especially the lack of genomic sequencing being shared by authorities in the capital Beijing. Phil Mercer for VOA News, Sydney.
Also in Australia, 2 helicopters collided near a tourist hotspot on Monday afternoon, killing 4 passengers and critically injuring 3 others. Steve Rashila saw it happen.
One of them from underneath seemed like he came up and hit the bottom of the other one on the top. I don't know if they were both trying to land at the same time or what they were trying to do. And then I just heard this loud bang and just pieces. Shrapnel flying everywhere.
The helicopters collided near the SeaWorld theme park on Main Beach, which is the northern part of the Gold Coast. Officials say at least 5 people were killed in Indian-controlled Kashmir in a 24-hour period. On Sunday, 4 were killed and at least 5 injured after a gunman opened fire on a row of houses in the Rajouri district. A child was killed and at least 4 people injured in a blast near those same houses on Monday. You're listening to VOA News from Washington.
Please subscribe, like, or comment. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, or subscribe.